It's Friday night, just after 4 p.m. I just got off work, taking the truck. Gonna go up into the mountains, find a spot just to park and have a quiet night. I'm on my own. Cindy and Coco are staying at home. Tonight, I kind of have to get out there. We're expecting a big cold snap this weekend. Temperatures tomorrow night are going to get down to minus 14, minus 17 Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. It's pretty cold. Don't really want to be sleeping out in that. So I'm going to go out, drive up the road here. If all goes well, you may get to see a little bit of the road, and we'll find somewhere to park. I've got a place in mind. Hopefully it works out. Bring you back when we get there. Just give you a little bit of this view. I just pulled up to the side of the road to show you how gorgeous this is. This is where I'm hoping to spend a little bit of time tonight and tomorrow. Wow. That's amazing, isn't it? Well, we're off-road. We're onto a rough graded road. It's not too bad, but certainly got to watch the speed with the Arctic fox in the back here. Mountains are absolutely gorgeous tonight. And I'm just hoping that I can get to my camping spot before the sun goes down. This is stunning though. Absolutely stunning. So this is Crump Recreation Site, which is a non-serviced campsite, basically, from the BC government. It's actually much better than I expected it to be. I came here a couple of weeks ago just to check it out, and the snow was pure ice all the way down here. There was a ridge here to get up, and there was some poor guy sitting down at the back trying to dig out his little four-wheel drive SUV. I sort of figured there's no way that Crush, which I figured out from the stickers on the outside of the Arctic fox, is ever going to make it down there in winter. It's fairly narrow at the best of time, and it goes downhill into sort of these clearings over here. I've got no idea what they're like. I've got another spot in mind, but just thought I'd bring you here because I will check this out when it gets a little warmer. There she is. I don't think she's going down that little site there. I don't want to get stuck. I'm not going to be able to push her out. So this is where I've ended up tonight, and this is where I'm going to spend the night. It's just a pull off a pretty quiet road. I'm assuming on a Friday night this isn't going to be too busy. There's no sign saying do not camp. There's a couple of cars coming now, actually. And they're just driving past. We will see. People honking and waving. I think this is a nice spot. Look at that for a view. Well, I've set up. Gonna stay here. It's pretty level. It's quite nice, actually. There's an amazing view behind us. It's cold. I don't know how cold it is. We're out of cell service. My iPhone is telling me that I have satellite SOS available. That's the only thing I have available. So don't really want to try that unless I really need it. I've got the heat on in the camper. It's quieting down. There's a little bit of traffic earlier. Only been here about 10 minutes maybe. Just trying to get some heat into the camper because it's pretty cool just sitting up. My hands, I didn't put my gloves on. Boy, I can feel it. I think it'll be a quiet night. I'll show you sort of the view that I'm looking at. I'm waiting for the sun to go down. It's weird, the sun sort of has gone down already because we're in the mountains. It's not supposed to go down for a few more minutes yet. But mountains change everything. It's just a gorgeous location though, even though the road is right here. I would say it's officially dark outside and pretty cold. Can't see much of anything. There's a tiny little bit. I don't know if you can quite see it. Tiny little bit of light over the horizon. But I would say it is pretty much done. Time to go and have some dinner, I think. I just came out to see what it is. I was looking on my watch, which still tells me some information. We're at 939 meters above sea level here. So I normally live at 558, so we're about 400 meters above where I normally live, which is probably why it's just a little bit cooler. Down there. It's fresh, it's quiet. You can probably hear the heater in the background, but outside it's really quiet. I'll show you around, see if you can see any of it. So this is just what's left of the light on the horizon. It's about 5:45 at night. It's still January. You can hear from the sound, this is a pretty quiet area. A little bit of the buzz in the background is the heat on the camper because, well, I'm inside and I want to stay warm. Just see if this does it. The moon is starting to come out. I think there's going to be some clouds tonight. But there's also a few stars. I don't know if you can see those on here. Be interesting to see later if we can find some more of those. Anyway, I'll bring you back. Just a very simple dinner tonight. Canned triple bean chili, which is vegan, and long grain and wild rice mushroom flavor. Uncle Ben's Bistro Express. Means I probably paid more for this than I should have. All right, so I'm going to heat up our chili first. See how it goes. All right. I apologize for the fan, but we know what happened last time. All right, while we're warming that up, we'll put some water on it. First time with this brand, really good. The tea of the day, Stash Lemon Ginger. I think that'll go very nicely with dinner. That's all right, that is. All right, let's put some rice in there. Bistro Express Ben's rice. Very simple. Looks delicious. Right, so I've got very simple chili and Ben's rice. I've got my lemon ginger tea. Simple, but looks and smells delicious. Something about the mountain air, perhaps. That's lovely. I'm gonna go eat this. I'll talk to you later. Dinner was delicious. Very simple. I was going to save some, and I went back and ate it all because I'm a pig. And boy, did it taste good. Just having another cup of tea, brewed a little bit more water. Just use the same tea bag. Economize. I washed the dishes. I don't have running water at the moment because temperature, freezing, winter, that kind of stuff. So basically it was a camp wash. It was a little bit of water, give it a rinse down, get the stuff out of it. The used dishes, which aren't too bad, I've put in a container so I could take them into the house and properly wash them with hot water and soap. But I've got them to the point where there'll be no smells, there'll be no bugs, there'll be nothing like that. I'm going to sit here, have another cup of tea. Cindy bought me these Swiss chocolates, so I have just 2 of those. And I'm going to sit with my extra cup of tea and just enjoy those. The book of the day. I'm reading Ikigai by Hector Garcia and Francis Morales. So I'm sitting here just chilling, reading a book, eating some good food, having a nice cup of tea on a Friday night. What more could a person want? All right, bring you back later. It's 20 to 9 at night. It's just outside again. The stars out here are absolutely amazing. The wind's picking up and it's getting colder though. I wasn't out for too long and my poor fingers were getting cold. So I've kind of shut everything up. I think what I'm going to go do, curl up in bed with a book. Keep warm. And just enjoy the moment. So quiet out, you can hear the owls. Not a whole lot of anything. Just the water down in the valley there. The wind over the mountain. It's just so peaceful. I saw one car go past about an hour ago, and I haven't heard anybody else. I'm just quietly enjoying the evening. It's an absolutely fantastic evening. Brilliant. Anyway, I'm going to say good night for tonight. Hopefully I'll sleep well. Hopefully I won't freeze. And I'll bring you back in the morning. Have some coffee, some breakfast. No rush to go anywhere. We'll see how the mood brings and what the temperature brings too. Tomorrow's supposed to get even colder than today, so we'll see how that all goes. All right, good night. Good morning. It's 7 o'clock Saturday morning. I slept wonderfully. Went to bed just after 9, read for a little bit. Oh, traffic. I don't know if you can hear that on the camera. I went to bed just after 9, read for a little bit. Woke up this morning about 6:30, so 9 hours sleep. And I slept well. Wow. Fresh air. Gets good sleep. I just got up. I had to put the fan on. In a unit like this, it's recommended to crack a vent at night so that your moisture from your breath doesn't create a moisture problem on the back of the windows, which means that, as one can imagine, it gets a little cool. I had the furnace turned down to about 6 degrees Celsius just to keep it from completely freezing. And the vent over the bed there just cracked a little bit. It was cool. I got a great night's sleep in my blankets. Didn't really want to get out of those because it was nice and cozy inside. I got out, turned the furnace on. Warm in here now, but it was a little chilly this morning. I put some layers on to keep warm. Just tried out my new thermal French press coffee maker. Got some lovely coffee this morning. I'm gonna have a little bit more of this just to warm up my inside, and then I want to go and see outside. I can see it's just starting to get a little bit light, so perhaps we'll be able to see a little bit of dawn. I'm not sure what we'll get from this angle. Last night was about getting out and relaxing and enjoying myself. And boy, have I done that. This is so relaxing to be up here. You know, no cell phone. I can't even check my phone if I want to. I've got no computers with me. My phone is, this is it. It's just great getting off grid, you know, with a couple of pens, a journal, some books. There's a TV, there's a radio. Never even tried those. Just really chilling. If you have the opportunity, I strongly recommend getting out and enjoying yourself in something like this. This is the amazingly privileged way of doing things, but boy, I can't tell you how fantastic I feel this morning, waking up with a fantastic cup of coffee, to the quiet. The air smells a little different out in the mountains, and I'm looking forward to going outside and probably freezing a little bit, but exploring at the same time. I'll bring you back out there. All right, so one question answered. I just had a snowplow come along here. I guess they're gridding the road because of the temperature. And they use this as a turnaround, or they just actually, I think, backed in and turned around that way over there. But I'm guessing the snowplow's using this as a turnaround is why this little turnout that I've got is plowed. I was always wondering. A few clouds this morning. Just sort of see the sunrise coming up in the east. It's very fresh. Cool might be another good way to say it. gonna be a lovely day, even if a little cold. The Beast Crush. From what Cindy was researching, a lot of people named their trailers or the campers. Hence the crush on the front is, I think, what the name of this was. My truck's pretty dirty though, look at this. Let me try to zoom in here. Welcome to driving off-road and finding a place to camp. You know what though? It's all worth it. Look at this. Waking up to this spectacular morning. All right, I'm gonna go in, have another cup of coffee. Unfortunately, the clouds are in the way of the sunrise. Gonna have some coffee. I'm gonna figure out some breakfast, I think. Mountain air brings up my appetite for sure. Check in with you later. 7:30, having some breakfast. Very simple, instant oatmeal, boil water, add apples and cinnamon flavor. So it's actually very good. Made myself another cup of coffee. Interestingly, I had to use the pour over for this one. The French press mechanism that I got was great for the first 2 cups and then creates a mess. One of the problems with winter camping is I don't have running water, and so I did not want to deal with taking that apart to clean it when there was still water in it. I'll have to play with that. I'll probably make a cup at home and figure out the technique for doing that is the least messy. Breakfast in the mountains. Wonderful. After this, I think I want to go see what the sun's doing. This is a life. Talk to you soon. What a spectacular morning. Look at that. You can hear some birds up here on the mountain. Counted the wildlife. Been a couple of trucks gone past on the road. Not much traffic at all. Hardly hear it. Look at the weather out there. Look at the colors. Hopefully you can see this on the video. It's absolutely stunning. I'm going to call this first boondocking attempt a success. I'm lucky this place is about a half-hour drive from my house up into the mountains, about 400 meters higher. I'm not sure how many kilometers. I wasn't actually paying attention to the distance, but about half an hour away. Just far enough to get away from everything, and close enough in case there's a problem. It's ideal for just getting out into a little bit of nature using a camper. Especially in winter, where, as you can see, there's still snow. A lot of the places I'd like to try have not yet been plowed, so access is sketchy at best, especially with a big, heavy camper like mine. But you know what? This is all right. Well, it's about 8:45 on Saturday morning. I had breakfast, finished my book. Good read. Thinking about packing up. I've just put most of the stuff away. One thing you may have noticed, the camper appears smaller today. That's because this is a slide. It moves out normally about 2 feet to really open up the camper. And just because it was me on my own, I've only got it out about 6 inches. It just gives me a little bit extra walk space, so I don't have to breathe in. But I don't actually have to worry about sticking out and looking like I'm camping. There's a awning on top of the slide that goes on to protect from the elements. And last night before bed, it was getting pretty windy up here on the mountain. So I actually slept. I pulled in the slide, which is very quick with only 6 inches to go, and slept with the slide completely in. That's fine. Just makes the walkway to the door a little bit tighter. You got to kind of turn sideways and scooch. Just in case anybody was wondering why. What a fantastic night. I'm going to have a nice leisurely drive home into the beautiful sun. It's just been amazing. The view, the sounds or lack thereof, the relaxation. This is really what boondocking is about, getting away from everything. And for the most part, having the creature comforts of home. You know, I'm not flapping around in a tent and freezing my butt off. You know, I've got heat. The only thing I don't have really is running water, and you know, that is a challenge of living where we do with the temperatures that we do, and the fact that I'm only using the camper on weekends. I'm sure there are ways to deal with that you constantly have to keep the camper warm, and in between one weekend to the next, when I'm working during the week, it's just not really possible or cost effective to do that. So I'm making some adjustments living without it, and that would be the only negative. I've got a big bag of washing from all the stuff that I've used, from the pans to the plates to the cups. They're all going to go in the house, and I'll wash those properly. I've got a little camping toilet that will also need to be dumped. Minor inconveniences for this. I mean, look at this. Let's see if you can see it. This is what I'm sitting looking at. Good morning, eh? Anyway, I'm going to call that a video. Please do me a favor. If you like this, like and subscribe. I know it's what all the YouTubers say, but it really does give me the passion to keep going and recording my adventures as I figure this out. Hopefully it's been entertaining. Hopefully you've seen some amazing views and have just a small amount of concept of how amazing this has been for me. We'll bring you back as soon as I can. Actually, we've got a plan coming up of, well, I'll save it for the next time, but there's another outing coming up, I think on Wednesday with the truck. Probably not an overnighter, but we'll see how the evening goes. All right, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please feel free to comment. Try to get back to every one of you. Be good. Have a good week.